Kia ora koutou katoa. Still getting back into the New Zealand time frame, but this is Hawaiki number 4. So Hawaiki number 4, and the kaupapa for discussion today is where do we go to when we die? And do we go to Hawaiki? Do we go to Rarohenga? Do we go to Rangiatea? And so I think it's a mistake to translate Rarohenga as hell and Hawaiki and Rangiatea as heaven. However, it's a progression. And so when we pass on, we enter back into and we return to the po, back to the night. So we return to where we came from because we were conceived in the po, and so we go back to the po. And as we are in the po, we also move to the space of Rarohenga. And Rarohenga is often referred to as the underworld. And that's one translation for it. And I'm only saying one translation because it then conjures up ideas of hell. And the Western comparison isn't helpful. But when we move from Rarohenga, we then move on to Hawaiki Nui, Hawaiki Roa, Hawaiki Pāmamao, Te Hono I Wairua, Te Hononga Wairua, whichever phrase. And so this last session on Hawaiki talks about Hawaiki Nui, Hawaiki Roa, Hawaiki Pāmamao in the context of afterlife. And so, yes, as I was raised, it would often be referred to, the translation would be referred to as heaven. But where we go to is we go back to the origins of us as humanity, and which is in the po, which is in the night. And as we ascend and return back to the night, after a period of time, we then transform into stars, or our wairua transforms into a star. Because you'll hear at every marae, at every tangi, haere ki Hawaiki Nui, ki Hawaiki Roa, ki Hawaiki Pāmamao, koutou te hunga, ko he tū rangitia. So return back to the great Hawaiki, the long Hawaiki, the Hawaiki of the distant memory. Those of you that have passed have now ascended to become stars. And you'll hear phrases like te kainga tūturu. And so the original place, the original home of us as humanity is in the spirit world. And therefore Rangiatea, the notion of Rangiatea, is this place where there is a vast open space in the heavens. And so I wanted to share this as the last kōrero because Rangiatea, Hawaiki Nui, Hawaiki Roa, Hawaiki Pāmamao, and Rarohenga and the po are all a progression. And though people want to know where Rangiatea and Hawaiki, the physical places, are, and yes, there is Raiatea in the Society Islands in Tahiti, and yes, it's a connection to Hawaiki, as our Cook Island relations would say, Hawaii, as they say in Hawaii, Sava'i in Samoa. And those are places that we all have whakapapa, we all have genealogical connections to. But the beauty of us, of the Pacific, is all of our principles, all of our concepts have a duality to them. They have a twin. And so where there is a place on earth, on Papatuanuku, there is also a place in Ranginui. And so the duality, therefore, is that we return to the darkness, to the po, to the heavens above, where we then transform into stars. So I just wanted to leave that with you at the end of this session of Hawaiki. And tēnā koutou. Kia ora tātou. Have a great weekend.